Hello everyone. In the 10th video, we discussed Oet listening tips. In this video, let us discuss the last subtest, that is Oet speaking tips, which the aspirants find most difficult. The speaking subtest takes about 20 minutes, consisting of 2 role plays. These are profession specific and therefore very similar to the situations that you come across in your work environment. Always remember that the interlocutor is like a friend who plays the role of a facilitator and he is there to help you. He does not assess your performance. Before the actual test begins, the interlocutor will ask you certain questions about your work and environment to provide you with an opportunity to acquaint yourself with the surroundings and feel comfortable. You are given a role play card which describes a scenario, and below that your task and your role are clearly mentioned. You get 3 minutes to study the card and make notes. During this time, you can ask any questions to the interlocutor regarding your doubts. The card and the notes can be referred to during the role play. The card can be of great help to you if you can jot down how you are going to start the conversation, which type of questions you are going to ask, and how you are going to maintain the conversation, etc. in short. The role play lasts around 5 minutes. You have to start the conversation, direct the conversation, and maintain the conversation in such a way that you are able to complete as many task elements as possible. As completing the task elements is not one of the criteria for assessment, you need not worry too much about that aspect. If you can bring the conversation to a natural end by summarizing all the points you have mentioned in 5 minutes, it is very good. You can use the points jotted down by you in the card for this purpose. Even if you exceed the time, the interlocutor will inform you to finish the role play. Here also there is nothing to worry because the examiners will assess you from what they have heard during the conversation, and you will not lose marks for not finishing it in time. It is good to have an idea of assessment criteria at this juncture. We can categorize them as linguistic criteria and communication criteria. Linguistic criteria includes 1. Intelligibility, that is, how easy it is to understand your speech. 2. Fluency, your ability to speak naturally at normal speed without many pauses and fillers like like, etc. 3. Appropriateness of language. Depending upon the urgency of the situation and the mood of the patient, you should be in a position to balance technical language with layman's language to convey your points to the patient. 4. Resources of grammar and expression. Speaking appropriate language, avoiding mistakes at natural speed is very important. As regards communication criteria, 1. Relationship building. You have to create a congenial atmosphere by greeting the patient properly, introducing yourself, and talking about sensitive matters with sympathy and empathy depending upon the situation. You can create a bank of language and commit them to memory to be used in a range of situations. 2. Understanding the patient's point of view. By listening carefully to what the patient has to say and how he says it, you can assess their feelings and change your language accordingly to pass on information and advice. 3. Providing structure. Always remember that you are the medical professional and you have to make it clear to the patient what you want to say and what result is to be achieved. 4. Information gathering. Always ask clear and open-ended questions to the patient and listen carefully and actively by giving time to the patient to give correct information. If something is not clear to you, you can ask for clarification and summarize long statements. 5. Information giving. Use language that the patient can understand and also find out whether the patient has understood your advice properly by telling him to summarize what you have told him. If something is not clear to him, please explain again. You should also inquire if there is anything he wants to know more about. Last but not the least, pay attention to the language in the card. If you are asked to persuade a patient, it is most likely that he will resist your advice. And if you are asked to reassure a patient, it means that he is anxious and worried. You must learn a few phrases you can use depending upon the situation. For persuading, you can say, it would be very helpful if you could. Would you be willing to, etc. If you are nervous or have difficulty in starting the conversation, you can jot down the first sentence that you are going to speak in your notes. Having the card in front of you with the points jotted down by you in the card will boost your confidence and will improve your performance. You look at the interlocutor straight, look at the points in the card, and then speak with full confidence. Hope this video was useful to you. We have had 11 videos on occupational English test. These videos were prepared as a mark of respect, love, affection and admiration for all the healthcare professionals all over the world for the unparalleled service being rendered by them, especially during these pandemic times. Therefore, please subscribe to, like and share my YouTube channel Thomas K2601 Perfect English, as these videos will be useful to all the healthcare professionals all over the world who aspire to work in English speaking countries. In the next video, we will be discussing IELTS, that is International English Language Testing System. Many more videos are there in the pipeline which will be useful to OET, IELTS aspirants and also for those who are preparing for competitive examinations like bank exam, railway recruitment board, staff selection commission, etc. Till we meet next time, all the best to all of you. Bye. See you soon.